So we get a lot of calls at Parent Line Plus from parents whose children are being bullied. What is the first thing you feel like that you should say to a parent that's experienced this?
I think it's important to acknowledge how difficult it can be for a parent to hear that word bullying. In itself is a very emotive word to hear. So it can be really important for the parent to separate how they're feeling from how their child is feeling. So it's about staying calm, talking to your child and trying to find out more about exactly what's happened.
So you found out about what's happened and you think the school aren't doing enough. What can the parent do to help the situation?
I think in first talking to your child, acknowledging their feelings and sort of making sure that your child, you're not sort of jumping in with both feet and doing something that your child might feel will make the situation worse first of all. So perhaps just talking through ways in which they might be able to talk to the other, if it's people in their class, talk to them and see how they can perhaps feel more empowered to be able to find strategies to either talk or sort it out or talk to a named person in the school themselves.
So you maybe you've tried this and the child's tried this and it's not working, the child can't seem to sort it out on their own. What then? What do you say to a parent then?
I think very often this is the point at which the parents' frustration can lead them to sort of march into school and demand answers. I think at this point it's really important to stay calm and try and work with the school. First of all, maybe approach the school and ask for their bullying policy.
So does every school have to have one of those? Does every school have a bullying policy?
Yes, that's right. Every school has a bullying policy and every parent has the right to ask for that as initial way into trying to tackle the issue.
So some parents find it quite difficult to go into schools, don't they?
They do. I think that's the thing where you have to separate your feelings again about going into the situation. Very often parents talk to us about how they feel like they're the naughty child going in front of a headmistress. So I think in that case it's really important to sort of maybe take time to prepare, ask for a meeting with the school, list the points that you want to address in that meeting. If necessary, perhaps bring somebody in with you for support, and also it helps to calm the situation down. So if you feel maybe you're going off point, the person that's there with you for support can help you stay on track.
So what else can a parent do to help prepare them for that meeting at the school?
They can start to keep a diary and of not just the incidents but how their child feels after the incident. Any letters or correspondence they've had with the school, make sure that they keep copies.
So what's the most important message you think a parent has to give to their child who's struggling with bullying at school or anywhere?
I think it's important for the child to know that they're loved and they're understood and that you acknowledge what's going on for them, and that if there's any ways in which within the home as well as outside, look for some kind of support to empower them and help them feel more confident.
So the schools are sort of doing as much as they can. What do you think you as a parent can do for your child in the home environment?
I think there's quite a few things you can do. You can try to tune in on your child's feelings, focus on that, helping them talk through it, how they, what's going on for them, showing them a lot of support and understanding about what they're going through, and just lots of acknowledgement. And it's going to affect your child in different ways. Just knowing that you understand that and that you're there to listen and to support them can be really, really helpful.
So what about your feelings as a parent? It's quite difficult for you as a parent, isn't it, to hear your child's being bullied?
Yes, it can be very difficult, very emotive, as we've said before, and it's something that you as an adult can deal with in different ways. There are a number of really good websites that you can get various kinds of support, and one of them is our besomeonetotell.org.uk, and that's the Parent Line Plus website that deals specifically with bullying issues.
and you can get useful helpful tips and advice there. Is that right?
Yes, all the strategies we've talked about around preparing for meetings, around supporting your child emotionally, and sort of them talking about their feelings, around maybe people that you can, ways in which you can take it for issues that you're not satisfied with further. For example, talking to the local education authority. And there's also just lots of practical tips